So one of the most important things you can do when you're doing a Let's Play is to make backup saves, because you never know when just something is going to go wrong with your capture. You could make a mistake in playing and you want to just redo an episode because it wasn't quite where you wanted to be. It could be that maybe your capture card just completely screwed up and lost your footage. It could be just something has gone wrong at any point in the pipeline and you just need to re-record. When you're doing something like an MMO, however, your save files are stored on a server, which you have no control over. You can't choose when saving happens, it's done automatically, and you can't make a backup save. So if something goes horribly wrong while recording a Let's Play of an MMO, for example, you can't go back and re-record episodes, unless you're willing to create an alt account and rush all the way back through the entire story up to where you were, in order to have a chance at re-recording those episodes that you lost. I lost this episode and the next one. I have fixed the issue, and I've taken measures to make sure it won't happen again, though I can't promise it'll never happen again. I'm not perfect, but oh my god, I lost this episode and the next one because my capture card went and fucked up. A bad driver update came out for my capture card, and while I was able to record the first 3 videos I did the day I recorded this episode and the next one, specifically the Final Fantasy videos, those did not capture properly, and I didn't know until after I hit stop recording. So after I had already done everything was saved in the servers and I couldn't go back. So I've been having a bad couple of days. Anyways, let's get started here. We have a little bit higher level since we're on an alt account that I made as an emergency to rush back real quick. We have different equipment. I have not picked up Rogue or Marauder. Don't worry about those. In the Lost footage, we got all of them up to level 16, and I don't believe they learned any new abilities. We did learn a new ability as Arcanist at like level 18, which is Swiftcast. We'll be getting into that later, once we actually unlock it properly, but oh god, I'm so sorry for this. I've had a bad couple of days. Anyways, I've taken measures to make sure it doesn't happen again. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Anyways, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we came here to Candlekeep Key because we were looking for a shipwright who was supposed to be delivering supplies to Moraby dry docks. He's not shown up, but we have heard about a shipwreck in the area, which may have involved the shipwright or the cargo they were getting, which could explain why they're missing. Hopefully not. That would be horrible for a lot of reasons. Losing someone and the cargo, and a shipwright, losing an entire person in a shipwreck would be terrible. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about this shipwreck, see what we can investigate. Heldbroda has a suggestion for the kind adventurer who came bearing Foreman Altberm's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may just run across this Firlsmid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's hoping the navigator hasn't found him first. Alright then, let's get down to the Salt Strand and see what we can do. Thankfully, I remember every little thing that I did in the 2 episodes I lost, so we should be able to get back to where we were, no problem. Nothing will actually end up missing in the end. It's just a lot of hassle for me. Alright, Firlsmid! Well, looks like we found the shipwright. I'm Firlsmid. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show me face of the dry docks until I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Key, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt the shore and the ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight and we was flung headlong into the Lamentin galley. Oh my god! You survived though? That's terrifying! When I awoke, both ships were gone and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I've made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Kikian, and I ain't a one with a sword. And now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. You know, I'm pretty sure you don't have control over the weather, and the fishermen chose to take you out without telling you off for, hey, no, the sea's too rough. It's a tragedy for sure, but please don't blame yourself. Alright, let's get Carbuncle out here, and let's grab this loot before the Kikian start attacking. Of course the Kikian are just going to attack me anyway. Listen, I don't want to hurt you, I'm just here for the supplies. You do not need to make a big deal of this. Thank you. Oh god, another one? Alright, Ruby Carbuncle is ready whenever we want to summon them. Next up, we've got some Tangled Rigging over here. And more Kikian to join the fun. So yeah, I'm not going to be actively maintaining this alt and like trying to keep it up with the main Let's Play file, but I am definitely going to be keeping it around just in case. So I don't have to start all the way from the very beginning of the game again if something else goes horribly wrong with recording. Let's hope we never lose a recording again for Final Fantasy. But I am going to keep this file around just in case. Probably every once in a while hop into it and try and get it caught up to where we currently are in the Let's Play. Alright, I think we were able to get everything. The Kikian have given up, I hope? No? No, they're still coming. No, I don't want to pull out the armory chest. Come on. Go, Ruby Carbuncle! Murderize them! Alright, please, can that please be the last of the Kikian? Seriously, I don't want to fight you! You do not have to get yourselves killed! Why are you doing this? Aggressive little jerks. Okay, there. Thank you for taking the smart option. Feralsmid, good news! I bring you your missing cargo. That night I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags. You mean a rag doll? And it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. Below, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I've been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage my master's cargo. Well, your cargo has been salvaged. The missing parts! I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay my respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Otberm that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I'll not forget this kindness. Of course, I am more than happy to help, but seriously, Feralsmid, it almost certainly was not your fault. You're not the one who threw the ship into a cargo ship. That is some nasty weather. And by the way he told this story, it was rough, but not nearly that rough when they started out. Alright then, let's return to Otberm, back into the dry docks, and let him know the good news that his cargo is on the way. really wish this place was a little less winding in order to navigate. Hello, Ottsburn! I'm relieved to hear that both Smith and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the troublous ships encountered off Candlekeep Key was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Oh, that's terrifying! The Sahagin can just straight up fuck up the seas? Throw boats into each other with the ocean? Well, now I know which group I never want to piss off. And with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it's going to be a Sunday episode, which means we're doing side quests. I know exactly which side quests that I lost when I lost the footage, so we're going to be making sure to do exactly those. And then we should be safe to go back to our regular file. I'm so sorry about the lost footage. This shit happens. This is why I like keeping backup saves, but with Final Fantasy XIV, it's an MMO, that's not really possible. So I'm making do the best I can. We'll get back to normal soon. I'll see everyone next time for some side quests.